page 115. This is number 5. First, note that these pages are spelling angles as angels, so I just want you to know that's not the right way to spell it. Number 5 says, if L is parallel to M and D is parallel to F, name all of the angles that are supplementary to angle 9 and state the relationship to angle 9 if possible. List the transversal if appropriate. I have angle 9 highlighted and I have this line covered up for right now. We're going to focus on L and M being the parallel lines and D being the transversal. Remember, there's only 2 angle measures in one of these diagrams and they're laid out kind of like a checkerboard. I used yellow to highlight all of the angles that are congruent to angle 9. Therefore, all of the remaining angles are supplementary. And write in all of the angles that are not highlighted. Okay, next we need to look at the relationship of each of these angles to angle 9. Angle 10 is on a line with angle 9. This is known as a linear pair. You can say the same thing about angle 9 and angle 13. They're on a line, so those are also a linear pair. Go ahead and fill in the relationship column for angle 10 and angle 13 and write in linear pair. Here are the parallel lines. This is the transversal. So line D is the transversal in this case. Relationship between angle 9 and angle 5. They are on the same side of the transversal. They are inside the parallel lines. So they are same side interior angles. Fill in this relationship. This is how we know that angle 5 and angle 9 are supplementary. In this relationship, D is still the transversal that we are using. Angle 2 is supplementary to angle 9, but it's an indirect relationship. Angle 2 and angle 5 are congruent, and since 5 is supplementary to angle 9, angle 2 is as well. Okay, so I wrote indirect for the relationship. I wrote that measure of angle 2 is equal to the measure of angle 5. The measure of angle 5 plus the measure of angle 9 is equal to 180. And since 5 and 2 are equal, we can substitute in the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 9 equals 180. D is the transversal used in this case. If I cover up line L and use D and F as the parallels and M as the transversal, we can find more angles that are supplementary to angle 9. I highlighted in yellow all of the angles that are congruent to 9. We've already mentioned that angle 10 and 13 are supplementary. Angle 12 and 15 are also supplementary to angle 9. Not sure why they didn't give you enough room to write more angles. You can also find angles in this section that are supplementary to angle 9. It's basically any angles that are not congruent to 9. Angle 3 and 8 are congruent to angle 9. That means angle 4 and angle 7 are also supplementary. They have indirect relationships with angle 9. Make sure you ask questions if you have any.